Hello there, everybody. Happy Christmas Eve. It is December 24th. December 24th at 1:50 in the afternoon Mountain Time here in the U.S. Happy Christmas Eve to everyone. We're going to do things a little bit differently today than normal. Normally I do tarot messages, which are more predictive for the next day. Today I'm going to do some oracle messages. Oracle messages typically are more about advice. I kind of feel like that's just what I want to do for Christmas Day, just advice rather than predictive. So that's what we're going to do this time, and then we'll probably be back to normal again tomorrow. After that, we're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki, and after we do 5 minutes of Reiki, there will be 5 minutes of free-for-all questions. Okay, so right now I'm just clearing the Oracle deck. I kind of should have done that before I got on camera, but I didn't. And the deck that I'm going to be using today is called Whispers of the Lord Ganesha, which is one of the Indian gods. Ganesha is a god of a breakthrough and of wisdom. He has a person's body and an elephant's head. This is the cover of the box for those of you who are interested in that. And I don't really read these like I read the tarot cards. I actually pull the card and then I go with the message that's in the book. So I'm going to be doing a lot of reading today, which is not normal for me as far as reading words in print. So that's just going to be the way we do it. Tammy Bambi, hello, hello. Happy Christmas Eve. This is going to be Aries Oracle card for today, little ODD. Hello, hello. Someone please type to little ODD that yes, I am on. Tiffany Jones, hello, hello. Glad to see you here. Happy Christmas Eve to you. So Aries, your Oracle card is understanding. Isn't that a beautiful card? Okay, so let's see what the book says about understanding. I hope you guys can put up with somebody doing some reading. I didn't want to do tarot for Christmas. I wanted to do some oracle cards. Clear vision is the gift of seeing with not only your physical eyes, but also with your spiritual eyes. The eye of Ganesha symbolizes the state of grace that is reached through your willingness to do your spiritual work in this lifetime. As you focus on your life lessons, you reclaim the true meaning of your being. You have the talent and determination to continue on this course before you. The eye holds the key to your higher consciousness and your gift of awareness. Look for deeper meaning in ordinary experiences. Work on being more observant. Remember to live in balance with your physical and spiritual bodies. Take the time to look at your current circumstances from a different perspective. Free yourself from limiting thoughts and beliefs. You are receiving an opportunity to move beyond your past. Accept that the fear from the past, and even as you move forward, serves a greater purpose. Imagine yourself soaring above this current situation and gaining a greater perspective. It is your ability to rise above the conditions that will benefit you and assist you in flourishing. Ganesha asks that you give yourself permission to be free in order to attain the joy that your heart desires. So that's for Aries. And let's see. Thank you. Glad you're seeing me now, little ODD. Allie Johnson, hello, hello. Okay, so let's do some cards of the day before we move on to the next oracle card for the next sign. La-da-dee-da, da-da-dee-da. Let's start with this. Tammy, you're up first for the card of the day. Little ODD, you're in the batter's box. After that will be Tiffany Jones. Then after that, we'll probably do Taurus, followed by Allie. Okay, Tammy Bambi. Card of the day, so sometime within the past 24 hours or maybe the next 24 hours, probably the past, you have decided to take some downtime to rest and rejuvenate before you get up and attack the next thing on your to-do list. Does that make sense to you, Ms. Tammy Bambi? Little OGG. La-da-dee-da. Should have hit silent. The low DD's card of the day. Here we go, my dear. Ooh, you got the Emperor in reverse, little ODD. This is somebody that you're interacting with today. This is someone who basically has strong narcissistic tendencies. Probably you already interacted them within the past 24 hours, but if not, then within the next ones. So strong narcissistic tendencies, there's a whole long list of narcissistic tendencies. This can be somebody who tries to be very controlling, manipulative. They don't necessarily tell the truth. They'll basically say whatever it takes to get you to do whatever it is that they want you to do. They need a lot of attention. So typically these people have a hard time being faithful in any kind of romantic partnership. And they like to have the center of the stage. They like to have people paying a lot of attention to them all the time. So somebody like that you get the wonderful, joyous pleasure of dealing with. Little ODD, my apologies. Tiffany Jones, you're up next. That is true for you, Tammy? Okay. Cool. You come for the company? I come for the company too. I have fun here. Plus, it allows me to show my skills so that people say, oh, wow, I really want a reading with that lady. Which, that's fun too. All right, so this is for Tiffany Jones. Miss Tiffany Jones. I'm very upfront with my ulterior motive, aren't I? Okay, so Tiffany, here's your card for the day, honey. You've got the Archer in reverse. This is telling me that you have some kind of goal that you're trying to reach or something you're trying to manifest in your life. And you've got a lot of distractions going on that are keeping you from actually getting to that goal or having that manifestation come in. That should have happened. You should have noticed that within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours. So we did Aries card. We're going to do Taurus, and then we're going to pull a card for Allie. Taurus. And today, for those of you who haven't heard already, I'm not actually doing tarot cards today for Christmas Day. I think Christmas Day is kind of sacred. I really don't want to read for Christmas Day. So I'm just doing oracle cards, which are more about advice rather than about what's going to happen. So I figured these would be kind of fun to do. We'll shake things up, and then tomorrow we'll get back to normal again. La-da-dee-da, Taurus. Oh, you got a nice card. Capacity to love. Okay, so let's see what the book has to say about this, because these oracle cards, like, I don't have them memorized. I always just read out of the book for these guys. I never actually use them in a pro reading at all. They're just for fun. Okay, so capacity to love. The book says it takes courage to open up and heal areas of deep vulnerability. Each human individual is created with a profound longing to feel loved. Out of this need for love, you may exaggerate and parade your fascinating qualities while masking your weaknesses or fears. If you are not committed to looking at your root issues, you will feel disconnected from your true self. Take a moment to look at how you are handling yourself. Are you being open and honest? Are you withdrawing from a situation? Are you masking a problem with some sort of avoidance tactic, such as shopping, drinking, or eating excessively? Or are you holding grudges? When your heart is open, you will find that your actions tend to match your words. You rarely get offended. You are emotionally available. When your heart is open, you truly take responsibility for who you are and what your beliefs are. You love yourself more completely. Conflict resolves more easily, and you have a desire to live in harmony with others. Ganesha's trunk represents the ability to consider how you are perceiving this situation, which is significant in your spiritual growth. An elephant's trunk is an important appendage that is used in its day-to-day functioning. It serves to remove trees and other large obstacles, as well as for fiddly tasks such as breaking open fruits to eat. An elephant has the capability to handle a range of tasks from minute ones to those requiring great strength. In this way, Ganesha's trunk is an emblem of his great intelligence and his extraordinary capacity for love. Rely on your own vast array of abilities to tackle your problems and know that Ganesha is supporting you in this process. That was Taurus. Dan, no. Hello, hello. Merry Christmas Eve to you. You're quite welcome. I'm glad it makes sense for you. Tiffany Jones is driving. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Alrighty, so this is Allie's card of the day. That's coming up next. Alrighty. Allie, Allie, Allie. All right, my dear. Ooh, ooh. Okay, here's your card, Allie. You got the King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody that you've been dealing with sometime in the past 24 hours, probably. If not, look for them in the next 24 hours, or maybe look to avoid them in the next 24 hours. When you've got a King of Swords upright, or excuse me, upside down, this is saying that this is somebody who twists the truth, but I think more impactful than that. Well, that's pretty impactful, but they're also very moody and grumpy. Grumpy gorilla or grumpy Godzilla. This is my grumpy man. Yay. So sorry that you have to deal with that. And I hope it's already over and that was a short interaction, Allie. Alrighty, so let's see who's up next. Who's up next? That would be Dano. Somebody who's a Grinch. Okay, let's do a card for Dano today. LRKK, good wishes, good wishes. Glad to have you here, my dear. Dano's card. Oh, your card just flipped out. Oh. Okay, Dano. You have an interesting situation because your card flipped out literally exactly sideways. So that's going to be a completely different interpretation than right side up or upside down. When you've got a sideways moon card, did you guys know you can interpret sideways? When you've got a sideways moon card, Dano, this just means that you have a situation that you're really not exactly sure if you're being told the truth or not. Like, it's not like if the moon card comes in right side up, you know there's something missing. You know there's information missing. When it comes in sideways, you're not really sure. There's some confusion about whether you're actually getting the real deal or not. So that's what I see coming in for you, my dear, sometime within the past 24 hours through to the next 24 hours. That probably just means you're very enthusiastic and have high energy in general in life, Dano. They don't do that for everybody. I need to start writing down names because you guys are stacking up on me now. Let's see. After Dano, I know Striving was the next one in. And then we've got LRKK. Jama, glad to see you in the room, my dear. Froggy, hello, hello. Happy Christmas Eve. How are you? Let's see. Moon card can mean secrets. It can also mean some other stuff too. But for this, it means that you have a situation you're not sure if there are some secrets involved in it or not. You can't quite decide. You're quite welcome, Allie. I'm glad that's over. Dun, 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 dun. Quite welcome, Striving. That sounds like you, huh, Danny? Yep. Because my cards don't flip for everybody. In fact, typically my cards don't flip. That's not really a normal thing. All right, so we're going to do Striving, and then we are going to do Gemini. Quite welcome, Dano. Striving, striving, striving. Coming right up. Man, what's up with you guys getting all these wacky, weird cards? Striving, you've got the devil showing up sometime within the past 24 hours. There was some kind of fear that you had to look in the eye and just face it down. Do you recognize that situation in your life, Miss Striving? Anna Lopez, Merry Christmas Eve, my dear. Glad to see you here. La da dee da da, la da dee da da. Let's do Gemini's Oracle card for Christmas Day. Oracle cards I like. They're just advice cards. I kind of feel like today I just started this camera and I was like, I really don't want to do predictions for Christmas Day. I want to leave that day as sacred. It's going to be what it's going to be. But let's have a little bit of advice for everybody. So that's what we're doing here. You're quite welcome, Dan. Oh, 2 things it could be. Gotcha. I'm right. Oh, gotcha. What kind of fear did you have to face, Striving? Okay, so this is for Gemini. This almost flopped out, but it didn't. So we're not going to take it. We are going to take this one. Gemini. Oh, you thought Danny's was for you. Gotcha. Hello there, Rosanna Aquino. Spirit does do that. They do piggyback messages. That's pretty common, actually. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da. Okay, we're gonna do Gemini's card. Then it's gonna be LRKK, Gemma, and Froggy. Alrighty, so steadfastness is what you got, Gemini. Steadfastness. So let's see. Let's see what the book has to say about this card. That's a lot of color there. La da da da. Okay, do not waver back and forth or be moved by the circumstances that are surrounding you at this time. So, Geminis, be focused on your purpose and unwilling to be swayed by what other people think or by what you perceive. Ganesha heartens you by revealing that when you know your effort is not futile, you will be steadfast and immovable. This seems to be a major stumbling block in your life at this time. Perhaps your current job gives little recognition with no real sense of accomplishment or success. You may feel unheard in your relationships. Possibly the error lies in the fact that in your heart you really feel your struggle is hopeless. You may recognize it on an intellectual level, but you are easily shaken when you do not see the fruit of your exertion. Ganesha is pictured here riding the elephant to engage you in the energy of the elephant spirit. Elephants can teach you that kindness, dedication, and communication in relationships is very powerful. They remind you that it is necessary to keep relationships alive, trusting and loving, whether the relationship is with friends, family, or partner. Deeply faithful to all creatures with which they have relationships, elephants are tough when protecting others and gentle when nurturing them. The matriarch, or oldest, most experienced female leader of the herd, leads in a way that is both gentle and inclusive. Elephants are able to communicate telepathically. When you draw this card, your ability to truly listen to others is enhanced. Do whatever is necessary to safeguard your resolve. You are receiving guidance that this is the time to dig in, remain focused, and don't get caught up in trying to create a change. The energy in your job or relationship is ever changing. Ask Ganesha to bring you the strength to work through what is happening. Stay committed and on track. Don't give up, as change will show up soon and the situation will be transformed. That's a powerful message for you, Geminis. Alrighty. Those of you who have not shared, please do so. Let's do a card for LRKK, then Gemma, then Froggy. Let's see, where did I leave off on these decks? After that, we'll do Cancer, and then we'll be Anna and Roseanne. LRKK. La da dee da 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 la da dee da. By the way, for those of you who are still scrambling for last minute gifts, I am still offering my services buy one, get one half off, buy two, get one free, or buy three, get two free. Just saying. Cancer, or no, this is Cancer yet. This is LRKK. I'm like getting all ahead of myself. There's Ms. Ricky. Hey, hey, how you doing, my dear? LRKK's card. Okay, you've got the 10 of Arrows. This is instruction. This is telling me that you are learning something new, or you have learned something new within the past 24 hours, most likely. If it hasn't happened within the past 24 hours, keep your eyes open for what could be coming up in the next 24 hours where you learn some new information. That's LRKK. Next, let's do Gemma. Gemma, Gemma, Gemma. Gemma, Gemma, Gemma. Yep, Gemma, yours like flew out. Oh, you've got more than one. All right, Gemma, Gemma. Okay. So here's what you've got, honey. You've got the Two of Pentacles, and the other one that came out is the Seven of Swords. All right, so when you've got the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, what this is telling me, Ms. Gemma, is that you are really working and making plans on how you can get things balanced in your life. This could literally be finances because it talks about pentacles, but it could also be talking about balancing your time, balancing your energy, making sure you've got enough me time, family time, work time, you know, making sure you're spending enough time on this project or that project. And you're making a plan, you're making a schedule for yourself, or you're making a budget for yourself, but you're making a plan about finding balance. So that should have happened within the past 24 hours, and if not the past, then within the next. Does that make sense to you, Ms. Gemma? Froggy's up next. Froggy, Froggy. Yay, she says. Froggy's card coming right up. Ace of Coins, my dear, sometime within the past 24 hours or possibly the next. Probably the past, though. You've received some kind of gift. Obviously, we're coming into Christmas, so if it hasn't happened yet, it's a no-brainer that it will be happening soon, but this should be within the past 24 hours, actually. Does that make sense to you, my dear? Next, let's do a card for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer. Doing oracle cards today instead of predictive cards. We're doing oracles. I want to leave Christmas sacred. I don't want to make any predictions about Christmas, so we're just going to do advice for Christmas Day. Oh, you did your Christmas last night. No wonder you received gifts. Got you. Alrighty, Cancers. Here we go. Ooh, this is a nice one too. Goes well for Christmas. Embrace. I don't know that I would embrace a rat, but hey, that's not my culture. Rats are sacred in India, at least certain parts of India. Anyway, some of us have rats in our families we might have to embrace, huh? Alrighty, so embrace. Believe in yourself and others to discover a deeper importance to your being. Recognize that your interactions with others are important. Healthy relationships require a lot of work to maintain them. In many parts of the world, hugging is recognized as a familiar kind of greeting, in addition to being a manner of acknowledgement or support and reassurance for someone else. Ganesha is encouraging you to maintain a compassionate heart. Be nurturing towards yourself and others. There will be a lot to be gained from seeing things from a practical or down-to-earth perspective when it comes to dealing with others or pertaining to your present circumstance. Focus on creating a balanced life for yourself. Remember that more can be accomplished when you are serene. Be imaginative and helpful. Deal with issues as they arise. Keep your wits about you while you determine the best course of action and seek simple solutions to fix the problem with minimal fuss. Depending on the relationship of the people involved, a hug can symbolize familiarity, love, affection, or friendship. A person may hug another in a show of support, comfort, or to console. There is an exchanging of energy that takes place as you give and receive at the same time. Pretty cool card for Christmas Day. That's Cancer. Your mom is acting like a 2-year-old. I'm sorry to hear that. Holidays are tough for everybody. Anna Lopez, you're up next. You're still here, but you're on the move. Okay, thank you, my dear. Anna Lopez. La-dee-dee-da, da-da-da-da. So we'll do Anna Lopez, Roseanne, and Ricky, and then we'll do Leo's card. Yay, Anna's still here. La-dee-dee-da, da-da. Card of the day for Ms. Anna Lopez is... Okay, my dear, you got the 8 of Arrows. 8 of Arrows just tells me that sometime within the past 24 hours, you were working through some kind of struggle. You didn't give up, and you kept moving forward with it. So nothing deterred you, even though you might have met some obstacles. You did meet some obstacles. Does that sound about right, Ms. Anna? What are my plans for Christmas Eve? Actually, after this, I'm going to go to the store and buy some Brussels sprouts because for some reason I'm craving them. And I'm going to stick a ham in the oven. And I'm going to be, actually, I'll probably be just having a really quiet Christmas Eve because most of my friends are out of town with their families. I broke up with my guy yesterday. But last night, the neighbors, some of the neighbors got together and did a little Christmas Eve party. Yep. I like ham too, but not all the time because there's always a lot of it. All right, so let's see. What was that? That was for Miss Anna. Let's see about Roseanne Aquino. It'll be fine. I'm okay with quiet. We had a lot of drama go on, and I finally was just kind of forced into a situation that I just had to say enough. Everyone's happy about your mom. Yeah, quiet and peaceful is good. Exactly, little ODD. When somebody puts you under so much stress that you have to go to the hospital because you think you might be having a heart attack, it might be time to let them go. And that's basically what happened. All right, so let's see here. Who am I pulling for? Rosanna. Rosanna Aquino. Hop on a plane. We probably would. But yeah, I'm not in a position to just hop on a plane. I feel lonely sometimes, but I don't really, like, after all the final baloney, I'm not missing him, let's put it that way. Sometimes, you just have those moments of clarity where you're like, what the heck am I thinking? Staying in this mess. Virgo Queen, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you? Okay, so this was for Rosanna. What you got, my dear, is the Empress. This is a really beautiful card. This just talks about that you're able to really draw those things towards you that make you happy, and that you've been doing that actually through transforming yourself. You've been doing your own personal work, and it's been bringing improvement into your life. Does that make sense for you, Rosanna? Yay! Good job. Good on you. Oh, I thank you, Virgo. I kind of processed a lot yesterday, and I'm in a decent space now, a decent headspace now. Oh, da dee da. Ricky, 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 let's do a card for you, my dear. Manifesting love, love, love. That's awesome. That's fantastic, Rosanna. Thank you, LRKK. Yes, you're right about that. That's true, Ricky. You're right. That's awesome, Rosanna. Lover by April. There you go. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Tiffany. I'm going to take some break time and chill and sort of reset my vibration in my head around that whole relationship situation and then move forward. It's funny because I kept telling people, oh, you need Reiki for your relationships. You need Reiki for your relationships. And I always do Reiki for my highest and best interest. I started doing Reiki so that I would have better romantic relationships. And I even was doing Reiki like every third day on his and my relationship. Last time I did Reiki on his and my relationship, like, oh man, we had the most fabulous talk. We really got everything on the table. I thought things were going to actually change for the best, big time. And then he just acted like nothing had even occurred. Like the conversation hadn't even happened. Within 12 hours, he was back to the same old, same old. So, and I was in the hospital being checked out for heart problems, which I don't have. I was just stressing. You get drained being around too many people. That's because you're so empathic. You could stick a little bit of selenite, like tuck it into your bra or something, Ricky. That'll help you a lot with crowds. You're quite welcome, Rosanna. Exactly. That's what I was thinking too, Dano. All right, Rosanna. Get busy in more than one way. Ricky's card coming up. Ricky, Ricky, temperance in reverse. This just shows that things are out of balance, or within the past 24 hours, something has happened where things have been out of balance in your life. When this card comes up, it shows that you're aware of that out of balance and that you're starting to take steps to bring things back into balance. So I hope that makes sense for you, my dear. Yeah, Christmas time can be. Alrighty, so let's do a card for Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. Oracle card is what we're doing for Christmas Day. Then we'll get back to normal predictions after this, but for Christmas Day, I just want to do an Oracle card for Leo. Yeah, Ricky, I just told you your card. Did you just not hear it? Leo. Oh, you got the same thing as Aries. You got the understanding card. So Leos, I'm going to ask you to go back and click to the Aries time frame after I get timestamps on this to hear what this card actually means for you. The meaning will be the same. Virgo will be next when we do the next sign, but next, right now, we're going to do Patty E. Aww. Snow is just so beautiful. Something, LRKK. Actually, my heart pressure did not stop until I broke up with him. Tell you the truth. It is a neat looking card. Uh-oh, you're going to have to scroll back later then, Ricky. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be for Patty E. Or you could scroll back now if you want. DVR capabilities are enabled, I do believe. Thank you for letting me know you're still here, Patty E. La, da, 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 la, da, da, da. You think I should pull a card for me? That's kind of what I'm thinking, Dano. Let's see. So this is Patty E's card. Patty E. Okay, honey, Patty E, what you have? You might have got this the other day. Somebody did. You got the Prince of Cups showing up in reverse. This is just telling me that right now you're feeling a little bit, well, not right now, but sometime within the past 24 hours, you're feeling a little bit pessimistic is the word I'm looking for, about either a romantic relationship that you're involved in, romance in general, or people in general. One of those three. Oh, I'm not going to pull a card for me on camera. I'm afraid of what it might say right now. Jeez. That just came through a breakup. I don't know that I want to see what it would say. You need a reading today? All you have to do is text me and we can schedule that, Rosanna. Phone number is 720-980-3550, or you can go to my website and just find it, www.amista.info. In fact, I can just put my phone number in here because it'll fade away at the end. There you go, Rosanna. I just typed it in there for you, honey. Just call or text me and we'll get something set up. Even if you text me right now, then I'll get back to you after I'm done here. Let's see. Oh, honey, Dano. I am so sorry. Spot on for you, Patty. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I hope that things start working out better for you in that area. Right? I hear you, Dano. It's like sometimes, I think sometimes some real clarity comes in that you just never were really looking at before, and it's like so hard on you. And then, but once that clarity is there and you finally let it sink in, then you're just like, okay, I got this now. At least I hope. Awesome. Thank you, Rosanna. Oh, wow. That's going to be fantastic, Ricky. Thank you for the verification, Ricky. Yeah, I think it's that hitting rock bottom. It's that hitting rock bottom. For me, it was the idea of, wow, everything's finally going to change, and then being smacked in the face with, no, not even a little bit. That was my rock bottom. Okay, so let's see. Did I do a card for Patty E? I did. That means Virgo Queen is up. You're very aware of balance now. That makes a lot of sense with that card that you got. Oh, you don't like having that many people? I'm telling you, stick some selenite in your bra. It'll make all the difference in the world when you're around crowds. Weirdly interesting is just about right, Rosanna. You don't like your screen name? It is amazing stuff. Selenite's really good, not only for if you're empathic, getting rid of other people's energy in your aura and your body, but it's also really great for any of your stones that you want to recharge instantly. You don't have to wait for a full moon. You just touch it to your stone and it recharges it right away. It's also great for, well, you know, clearing energy out of your body. Selenite. You want something, you want selenite to be touching your skin when you're in a crowd. I mean, you can stick it in your pocket, and if you have that fabric between your pocket, you know, between the selenite and your skin, that's okay. You're still going to get benefit from it. But if you really want big time benefit from your selenite, which you do if you're empathic in a crowd, you take a little tiny chunk and you tuck it in your bra where somebody's not going to notice it. You know, like for me, I can stick it kind of like under everything and nobody would have any idea. Oh man, Dano. Yeah. Any stones for a throat cough? I don't know stones specifically for a throat cough. I do know that if you're sick, a good stone for bringing in health is going to be brown tiger's eye. And then also any black stone will help pull out negative energies. So that's a nice generic one to use for healing, like obsidian, Apache's tear. There are some other black stones, and right now I can't think of the name of them. But anything you have that is black, that's a stone, will help you. And then anything for the throat also would help you if you have a sore throat or a throat cough. And then also, you know, that throat chakra, you're looking at like a blue color. So if you've got something that's blue, doesn't even have to be a stone. If you can wear blue, that's going to help to soothe that. Celery stones? I don't have celery stones. I've never heard of them. Hello there, clear skies. Glad to see you in the room, my dear. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Meditation and yoga, that's a good idea too. For the trout chakra, for the throat chakra, I would say anything blue. I have a stone pictured in my mind, but I don't have it in here. And I can't think of the name of it. You're quite welcome. It's Christmas Day where you are. Well, Merry Christmas to you. Oh, yeah, you're down under, huh? Okay, so let's move on. Virgo Queen. Did I pull her card? Yes, I haven't told her about it yet. Okay, so Virgo Queen, here's your card. You get the Five of Vessels in reverse. So this card, okay, I want to tell you about this card. I'm not sure why. I don't think you really need this much information, but I'm being nudged to tell you. So this card, when it's right side up, actually depicts an ancient ritual where people would, where holy people would ingest plant matter to help them to find their way into ecstasy so that they can communicate with spirit more easily. Not unlike maybe using ayahuasca today, only you may not expect to go into ecstasy on that one. But anyway, something along those lines, all right? And so they labeled this as ecstasy and happiness. However, for me, when I read, because of the fact that the ecstasy comes from something that is ingested rather than from something that's going on in the person's life, I always see this as false ecstasy or maybe even drug use. So when this card comes in reverse, I see it as a much better card than right side up. So what we have going on for you, Virgo Queen, is that there has been something that you have been having false ecstasy about. Not drug use, but where you've been pretending everything's okay and you've been pasting on a smile because you were afraid if you said something you were going to rock the boat. Well, sometime within the past 24 hours, you were like, that's enough. And you spoke your mind. You let people know, look, this is not right and it needs to be corrected and fixed. So what are we going to do about it? So this is you just getting a backbone and not being worried about rocking the boat, because knowing that something has to happen, something has to get better. And you've been taking steps towards that. So does that make sense for you, my dear? That's Virgo Queen. Next we're going to do Clear Skies, and then we'll do the card for Virgo. That makes a lot of sense, Rosanna. What kind of thing? You know, we've got our free-for-all questions later, Ricky. Leo, yes. Leo's already done. Manuka honey for throat infections, contains natural antibiotics. That's a good idea. Something else that contains natural antibiotics that's really strong is garlic. And I used to think you had to take it like a certain way if you're sick, but what I've discovered is that any old way you can eat it. And something that's not bad is roasted garlic. Roast it with olive oil. If you're seeing things as you're closing your eyes, you are getting visions. And probably what's going on, Ricky, if you don't know what those visions are, this is probably your guides working with you to develop your spirit language. So the only thing that really develops that is practice, practice, practice. So you're going to have to wait and see what comes of those visions. Meanwhile, they're probably going to give you more. It's a good idea to start keeping a journal about stuff like that. And then later you can read back and go, oh, because things will have happened in your life later on that you'll go, now I see what they were trying to tell me. That's how I would handle that if I was you, Ricky. Right, Virgo Queen, you may have to do some cord cutting if you haven't already. I'm serene today. Thank you, Patty E, for saying that. I needed to hear that. Good for you, Virgo. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. Yep, there's a lot of good things for a throat out there. That's right. Rosanna's got some good ideas too. Dreams are the same thing. You want to keep a journal of your dreams and see what they mean, but dreams are kind of tricky because you don't really know if they're going to be about, like predictive. Are they a predictive dream, or are they a dream about something that your subconscious is trying to work out? So you kind of have to get used to seeing what they feel like, because what they feel like is going to be, it's going to have a little bit of a different flavor depending what it is. And you have to really get skilled. You have to pay attention to really subtle differences to be able to tell the difference. All right, so Clear Skies, this card is what I'm working on. And then we're going to do Virgo's card. That's the mess. Practice, practice, practice. Clear Skies. Okay, Clear Skies, you got the Hermit card in reverse. Hermit card in reverse is telling me that sometime within the past 24 hours, you were spending quite a significant amount of time alone doing some introverted type thinking, reflecting on yourself, and that you've come out of that alone time into some social time sometime within the past 24 hours. You decided, okay, enough of that. I'm ready to be around people now, or at least one person, if not people. Okay. So let's move on to a card for Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Okay, I really don't want to predict Christmas because think we should keep that day sacred. So we're just doing advice cards. We're doing oracle cards today. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal types of predictions. For Virgo, what do we have coming up for you guys? Virgo. This is interesting. Yep, this is for the sign of Virgo. So Virgo, what you have is the Drive card. So let's see what the book has to say about drive. It's interesting that that would come up for you on Christmas Day, I think. Let's see what happens. Excuse me. Confidence as well as unity of purpose and control are desirable. Ganesha urges you to think about getting back to the basics. It's a great time to lighten your load or simplify your life. You may have had a tendency to overextend yourself or overcommit to social activities. Excuse me. The dang thing about a live is you can't edit that out. Okay, so you may have had a tendency to overextend yourself or overcommit to social activities. Cut back on your schedule so you can zero in on something that you are called to do. This card indicates new motivation or inspiration. If you have been feeling stuck in a situation or in finding a solution, rest assured the energy is going to start moving again. You do not have to choose to go alone on your path. Make sure that if you do bring others with you, that they have the same goals and objectives in mind. Pay attention not to linger in relationships or friendships that are going nowhere or settle just because you feel obligated. This is not a time to be complacent. If you want to create changes in your work, explore what your options might be. There might be an increase in finances, but this is not a time to be spending money. Bide your time and prepare for what is coming. This might also indicate that a trip or extended travel is on the horizon. That's an interesting card. No worries, Virgo. It just was so weird that you were right before the Virgo sign. I don't know if they're in here right now. Hey, GSJ Mac. I'm glad you're here, honey. I don't know how you enable notifications. I'm not techie. I just know that you can. Somebody told me that. You have to figure that one out. Okay, so Libra. You can always scroll back, Ricky. We could do Libra, but actually, let's do GSJ Max card right now. Alrighty, GSJ Mac. Yep, Aries was pretty early on. Aries is always the first one I do. Okay, let's see here. GSJ Mac. You've got the Nine of Swords showing up in reverse, honey. This just tells me that within the past 24 hours, there was something that you were really stressed out about. And I feel like just very suddenly something snapped and you're not feeling that stress anymore. So either something happened where your perspective dramatically changed or something dramatically happened quickly in that situation. And so now you're feeling like, okay, I can relax. Does that make sense for you, GSJ Mac? Anna, you're also a Virgo? Virgo Sun, Libra Moon, Aquarius Rising. Gotcha. You got a couple of airs. Thank you for all the help, guys, with Notifications. GSJ Mac, I hope you're reading what people are writing. Okay, let's move on to Libra's card. You know what? I don't even normally do tarot cards for predictions for people, do I? For the signs. I usually just read it, the energy. I've been saying I'm not doing tarot cards. I'm not reading the energy. I'm not doing predictions for Christmas Day. I want to leave that sacred. We are just going in for some advice for Christmas Day. That's it, straight up. That sounds so good. Alrighty, let's take a peek at Libra. Oh, that's interesting. You guys got inner knowing. That's interesting to me that it comes up on Christmas. It's like you're definitely taking some time to meditate to get an inner knowing. But let's see what the book has to say. I guess that means Libras, you won't be running around like chickens with your heads cut off. That'll be kind of nice. Okay, for Libra, inner knowing. You have a place inside you that holds your most significant answers. Within each of us lies our intuitive knowing. Motivation and ideas are present yet untapped in the space within us. The spark of the divine waits patiently for us to tune in and retrieve our guidance. This is a time of soul searching. You are in a phase of introspection where you are drawing your attention and focus inward and looking for guidance within. You have a strong need to understand, not just at the surface level, but also to really know why things are unfolding in the manner that they are. Truth-seeking Libras, look at that. You now have access to the inner knowing that the truth and acceptance you seek is within you. This is a perfect time to take a step back from your day-to-day life and deeply contemplate your motivations, personal principles, and values. Seek the truth. Work with Ganesha and see that through meditation, consideration, and self-assessment, the opportunity to evaluate your direction and personal goals await you. Your priorities may shift as you develop a deeper perspective. Take this opportunity for some much-needed alone time. That's a really interesting card on Christmas. I would not have expected that one. I don't know about that. There's a setting where you can limit so people can only write like once every 60 seconds, but I never click that. I just, as far as what I control, you guys have as much freedom as possible. Froggy wants to know if you guys get an email alert or some other kind of notification. Patty E. heard a voice as she was going into sleep mode and know where she was when she heard these words. The words are, I love you. Well, going into sleep mode is really like the most receptive that we are, that space in between sleep and awake. And the reason for that is because our brain waves actually change frequencies as we go from being alert into sleep. And so as the frequency is transiting through that period, we're actually the closest to being in tune with the supernatural frequencies that are most commonly operated on. And so that's why for a lot of people, that's when they get most of their messages or their bigger downloads or whatever, is that time in between sleep and awake. And it's really tricky because if you try to wake up and capture it, it's tough because now you're not in that vibration anymore. So you have to like write it down almost instantly if you do that. So it's tricky to kind of stay in there and try to put that into your memory so it's going to stay there whenever you're in alert mode as well. Most of the time you're mixed with all, that's cool. Yeah, for me, I have a lot of visions in between awake and asleep. I started out doing a lot of clairaudience stuff when I was between awake and asleep. That's what I'm really strongest at. And I think that Spirit just uses that time to develop us and wherever we still need to be developed. So I've been wanting to see things for like forever and forever and forever. And I do see little stuff. I'm seeing more lately. But for me, yeah, originally I was only seeing in between asleep and awake. After I get this whole seeing thing down, then I'm going to move on to smelling and tasting. I want to have the full complement of abilities. Scorpio. Let's see what you guys have for advice for Christmas Day. I should say what us guys have, as we used to say where I was growing up. Us guys. Okay, Scorpio's card for Christmas Day. What do we have? This is ironic. Courage. We have to have courage on Christmas Day. Let's see what the card says. That's hilarious. Thought we're supposed to be able to relax on Christmas Day. Okay, here we go. Courage. The warmth of your open heart can give comfort to all who cross your path. The root word for courage is cœur, which is the French word for heart. Courage comes from the heart. It is an inner strength guided by love, which seeks truth and justice. When you have the courage to be true to yourself and start to feel empowered to act and live in ways true to your own soul without any illusion. Ganesha is urging you to let down your guard and stop wearing a mask. Begin to have more respect for yourself as well as for others. Beware of making harsh judgments about yourself and others. When you come from the heart, you will find that you relate better to others. Your innate gifts will be able to shine through. You are capable of leadership, achievement, and inspiring others to succeed through your own success. When you draw this card, it is a sign that your ability to cooperate and thrive in peer ventures with like-minded individuals is heightened. Be willing to do what is needed for things to run smoothly for you. Ganesha promises great success if you are willing to let down your walls. He is pictured here on the powerful lion inherited from his mother Parvati. The lion represents the fierce nature of Ganesha. He calls on you now to trust the fearless part of your being, your own inner lion, and invites you to work with him to learn how to be valiant and harness your heart's great courage. Sometimes the things that you see are not predictive. Doesn't mean things that you see, Ricky, are always going to happen. Sometimes Spirit is giving you messages that are just advice. Clear skies. Right? Excuse me. Cracking me up and choking me up at the same time. All right, let's just move on to Sagittarius. I don't think I need to put any personal comment on that. Sagittarius. Let's take a peek. Take a peek, take a peek. All right, Sagittarius, what you have coming up here is perseverance. Okay, so let's see what the book has to say about perseverance for you Sagittarians. We'll be back to normal predictions tomorrow, guys. Perseverance. You are likely to see financial or other tangible rewards for all of your hard work. Ganesha's tusk represents hard work and completing the task at hand. There is a legend included in some manuscripts of the, I'm probably going to butcher this word, Mahabharata, about Ganesha breaking his own tusk off to continue writing the Mahabharata epic, as Vyasa was dictating it to him. Ganesha's tusk is interpreted as a symbol of sacrifice and strength, and demonstrates that it is important to finish what you start. If you have been working hard or putting extra effort into something, it will definitely be worth all the work. You will see the results and the rewards for your labor. You may have been working on something quite challenging and important for the last few months, and this is likely to come to a conclusion soon. Ganesha is guiding you not to lose faith while you wait for things to come to fruition. Be patient and appreciate the progress you have made so far. If your hard work has not yet paid off as planned, consider that your expectations may need modifying. There are no guarantees. Be grateful, focus on the present, and do what you can with what you have. There will be an ending to a difficult period of financial or material struggle. That's nice. Awesome. Thank you all for being here. If you don't mind, please share if you have not already. 3 more signs, and then we're going to do Reiki and free-for-all questions after that. Okay, see you in a little bit, Patty. Okay, so Capricorn. Let's do a card for you guys. Excuse me. Capricorn. Capricorn, you got the Prosperity card. That's awesome. That's appropriate for an earth sign, I think. 45 is the number of that card. Here's what it says. Prosperity. You have the ability to manifest prosperity into your daily life. Ganesha asks that you work on integrating and accepting the spiritual truth that you create your own reality. Truly understanding this makes all the difference when it comes to prosperity. You are responsible for creating and generating your success. It is your divine right to do so. A job in itself does not bring you riches. Abundance is more than a job or having money. It's an attitude. It's about living with appreciation and gratitude daily for all the blessings that are bestowed on your life. It is easy to forget or neglect the gifts that you receive day after day from the universe, the divine, the source, the creator. One of your promised gifts is your divine ability to generate the success you want in life by using your spiritual talents. These are abilities that are innate within you. You were born with them. They could include writing, speaking, creative expression, or business ability. Utilize your gifts. You are being given an opportunity to notice and develop them and begin offering them to the world. You might like to start writing a prosperity journal. Call on Ganesha to work with you on this. Imagine what would be the perfect day for you and describe it in great detail in your journal. Involve all of your senses to make it as real as possible. See, hear, feel, smell, taste, and touch this experience in your mind and heart to help bring it to fruition. This is an abundance card. Ganesha is reminding you that you have everything you need now. It is time to claim your abundance. That's Capricorn. Alrighty, let's do Aquarius. Aquarius. Thinking somebody's here is waiting to hear Aquarius, even if I can't remember quite who. Okay, so Aquarius, what you got is childlike expression. We will be back to regular predictions tomorrow. I just want to do advice cards or oracle cards for Christmas Day instead of regular. That's you. I knew there was somebody. Yeah, Dano. You're cross-watching Aquarius? Gotcha. Okay, so childlike expression says, in truth, within every soul exists an aspect known as the inner child. You can champion your inner child's emotional life by listening carefully to what you need and want in your own heart. You may have been taught to give up your own desires for the sake of others. This is not necessary. Ganesha is bringing the guidance that not acknowledging your desires and needs takes away from your life force and defeats your spirit. As a child, you were a sensory expert. It is now time to re-stimulate your inner child's ability to look, listen, touch, and explore the world in order to reconnect you with your emotions. Practice trusting your inner knowing or senses. Give your inner child love and a voice. Express your true feelings. Connect deeply to yourself on an emotional level by allowing all of your uncomfortable feelings to reach the surface of your awareness and to be seen and experienced. Find patience and joy in simple things. Take a step away from acquiring material things and take pleasure in the wisdom of your own soul. Love, respect, and honor your inner child. Allow time for play in whatever mode that pleases you, be it socializing, singing, yoga, travel, taking a walk, dancing, meditating, or writing. This is how your inner child operates. It knows no boundaries, holds no expectations, and loves unconditionally. Hey, Kim, glad to see you in here. Do I have plans? No plans currently exist. I'm sure I'll end up doing something that makes me feel happy. La-di-di-da. Kim, let's pull a card for you, my dear. Card of the day for Kim Hefner. Getting ready for company, Miss Kim? Yeah, that was kind of an interesting thing for Aquarius, actually. And you know, I'm cross-watching Aquarius too right now. I don't know how long I'll do that. Let's see here. Back and connected. We still have to do the card for Pisces. Right now we're doing a card for Kim, and then we'll do Reiki and free for all questions, Patty. Are your doggies all happy now? Ms. Sweetness 13 Errands. Hey, hey, hey. You are here in time to get a card. Yes, yes. Nice and quiet. That sounds fantastic. Excuse me. Kim Hefner. Three of Cups in reverse. Somebody's kind of getting on your last nerve. I don't know if it's a squirrel outside wanting to get in and attack your food or what, but somebody, looks like within the past 24 hours at least, has been getting on your nerves, Miss Kim. Does that make sense to you? Ah, gotcha, clear skies. Just you and your hybrid wolf. Merry Christmas, Dano. Have fun tobogganing. You gonna put it in your journal? That's why you're hibernating? Ah, gotcha. That makes sense, huh? All right, so let's see about Ms. Sweetness. You made a safe drive. Okay, glad you made it home safely. Excuse me. Pisces is going to be next after Ms. Sweetness. This is Ms. Sweetness right here, though. Ms. Sweetness. Hopefully I'll be here. I imagine I will. Ms. Sweetness, you got the 5 of clubs showing up. This is just telling me that there's some kind of competition going on sometime within the past 24 hours. Something that was feeling very competitive to you. I also kind of get the sense from this that you were feeling a little over your head, like if you were going to choose a competition to be in, this would probably not be it. Does that make sense to you, Miss Sweetness? You're feeling tingling on your back. We haven't even started Reiki yet. It's already starting in anticipation. Let's look at Pisces card, and then we'll be doing Reiki. Reiki. Pisces coming right up. La, da, 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 da. I've noticed before that a lot of times the Reiki will start earlier than scheduled for people that I've done individual sessions with. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Oh yeah, that's always a fun one, huh? Oh, you've got a spirit wanting your attention. There you go. La da 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 da. Talk to it, ask it who it is and what it wants. Does it have a message for you? Alrighty, Pisces. The card that you got is Decision. Okay, so let's see what the book has to say about this card for you. This is not like a normal prediction. I'm doing something different for Christmas Day, and then we'll get back to normal again tomorrow. This is more about advice for Christmas Day than a prediction. Decision. Consider all of your options to make an informed choice. What exactly do you want in this situation? Are you satisfied with the way things are moving in your life? Ganesha is guiding you to know that your desires are within your sights. Odds are in your favor. The decision that is before you is either sticking with what you know or breaking out and trying something new. This is a time for veering out into a new adventure or making a decision that deviates from the typical trend or habit. Ganesha will gift you with a greater understanding of who you are and what you are capable of creating. Zero in on a goal. Take the step to make the selection. You have worked hard and really evolved through your life lessons. Get ready for a change. Motivate yourself by taking time to rejuvenate. Treat yourself to simple things that bring you joy. Discover new activities that take you away from routine. As you move through your day-to-day schedule in new ways, you create new thoughts. When Ganesha is holding a mace called Gada, he is challenging you to be more decisive. Once you start being more strong-minded, you will create the opportunity to reflect on your longer-term goals and desires. Then you'll be in a better position to plan ahead and ensure you achieve those goals. You benefit now from a newfound sense of confidence and are ready for major change. You might consider travel to exotic places, further education, or major career change at this point. You will expand your learning and develop and grow your horizons beyond your immediate environment. With careful planning and a moderated approach, you will set yourself up for success now and moving towards the future. That's a nice one for Pisces. You're quite welcome, Ms. Sweetness. Merry Christmas to you. We are still live. Yes, we are, my dear. That was the last sign. So let's do Reiki for about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start that now. We'll finish it up at 1/4 the hour. I am setting the Reiki, the intention for whatever will benefit all of you the most, each one of you. If you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to do for you, then please feel free to adjust that intention. Those of you who are watching later, after the live broadcast is over, please know that the Reiki is not limited by time or space. So if you set your intention to receive the Reiki, even though I'm not here now or then, anyway, then you can get just as much benefit from it as if you were here when I was live. Okay. No worries, driving. You're good. A lot of energy going to all of the chakras right now. And feet. Especially somebody's left foot is taking in a lot of energy. I've got a throat chakra. Who was it that had throat issues earlier? I've got a throat chakra sucking up some energy. Somebody's heart chakra, somebody's solar plexus. Solar plexus, what is that? Solar plexus. Some knees going on. Knees and ankles and feet. Going to take this quiet moment just to remind everybody, if you're still looking for last minute gifts, I am still offering my gift special. If you buy one of my services, you get the second one half off. Buy 2 of my services to give for gifts, you get the third one free. Buy 3 of my services, then you get 2 of them free. So pretty hard to beat that deal, if you can use it. Got some base chakra showing up now. Base chakra has to do with security, money, finances, home, family. Still running some sacral chakra. Has to do with how things feel, taste, smell. Are you enjoying your bedroom life or not? Heart chakra has to do with emotional wounding being healed up. Two more minutes of Reiki. You guys are really quiet today. Usually somebody says something during Reiki about the Reiki. We have snow melting off the mountains outside my window. That's what you're seeing me look at. Although it's cold. It's still kind of cold. Got a lot of energy going out to a lot of you. Like all over. You should be fighting fit after this. I love hearing stuff like that. I've got to wonder, like, what were all the problems? But please don't list them. I don't want you to think about them. Let them go. Feeling good? That's awesome. Okay, so we've hit the 5-minute point. Free for all questions, guys. What do y'all want me to look at for you? Be here till 20 after, answering questions now. Have I got all day? Yeah, like I said, we probably don't need to list them. We just need to be grateful and appreciate the fact that you are feeling good. You're quite welcome, quite welcome. No, I don't do love cards. Ask a specific question, honey. How is Bill feeling about Virgo Queen? Here's the deal, Virgo Queen. I will pull these cards and tell you how Bill is feeling about you with the caveat that you need to know something first. You need to know that feelings are very, very, very transitory. So I can pull these and they can be accurate for the moment that I pull them. But 20 minutes from now, they may be completely outdated. All right. There's Ms. Kathy. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Virgo Queen. Oh, wow, I just said earlier that not a lot of cards flipped for me, and 2 just flipped out for you for your answer, Virgo Queen. This isn't even one of my big, hard-to-manage decks. It's one of my smaller decks. You're going to meet a lot of people in January. Be more specific. Virgo Queen, how he's feeling about you. He does actually have feelings for you. You've got the Page of Cups showing up. He would like to tell you how he feels about you. That's the last card out. We do have the Justice card in reverse, which kind of tells me that there's been something going on with your interactions that has not been very fair or very much going in your direction lately. You've also got the Knight of Coins in reverse, which means it's really not because he hasn't been putting out the effort. I think he wants to let you know how he feels about you, but there's something going on that looks to me like it's prohibiting it. I don't do medium messages on a format like this because this is, first of all, this is a lot of people. And secondly, I'm trying to be like really quick. A medium message usually takes a little bit of time, first of all, to tune in. Second of all, then you've got to verify, okay, am I actually talking to the right person? And then you can see what the right person actually wants to say. So that's going to take up a little bit more time than what I actually want to in this type of format, honey. My apologies. Okay, so is Ricky going to meet somebody who is a potential love interest or love partner during the month of January? Things are kind of iffy here. You may be meeting somebody, but I don't know that you might see them as being pretty good right at first, but then you may find out, really don't want to settle for this one. There's nothing like screaming good coming up in the cards right there, honey. Tony S., is your current partner loyal to you? That is actually quite an easy question. Tony, I want you to be thinking about the name of your partner. Yeah, that's a tough one to be objective on. Is Tony's current partner, loyal to Tony? La da dee da, la da dee da, la da dee da. Let's just put it this way, Tony. There's a reason you asked that question, because your intuition is ringing some bells. I would listen to those bells. I don't think that your current partner is being loyal. Absolutely not, actually. And I would say that this person is with or being disloyal with somebody from their past. How's your left leg feeling now, striving? Okay, what's the boss's view of GSJ Mac in this new job? Looks to me like the boss is willing to give you some time to catch up and to really get your skills going. It does show to me like he feels like, yeah, you are a little bit slow at the moment. I would say that what you're feeling there coincides with what the boss feels like. However, to me, it looks like the boss feels that you will get it, and they want to give you some more time to get it. And it's the way this is coming up. I don't see you getting a lot of training here. I think the boss is expecting you to figure things out by the seat of your pants here, and the boss is expecting you to do well with that. So it's not like I don't have anything implying that the boss would be about to cut you off or anything like that. Show me January financially. This is the last question I'm going to answer. If the month of January will be financially good for clear skies. You're welcome, Tony. Sorry, honey. Probably just verified what you already knew, though. Let's see. Month of January financially for clear skies. This is just general energies, clear skies. So there's not going to be a lot specific here. I do show there's a lot of confusion about finances coming into the month. There's a lot of expenses definitely coming up, especially towards the middle of the month. I feel like this may be payments on credit cards, things like that, kind of catching up. It has this sense of catching up, like there's old things that you're paying off, okay, or at least making payments on. Once we get more towards the end of the month, I feel like you're kind of having trouble. This is going to be a tough month to make ends meet unless you make some changes now to be bringing in more income by the time you get to the end of the month, honey. Could be your higher self, could be a spirit guide. Either way, yes, get it checked out quickly. Those physical conditions can be really freaking annoying, but Western medicine has some of the answers, and then always you can get Reiki to help you like fill in the blanks where they are not able to help you. You're quite welcome, GSJ Mac. Right, Tony? When people do that, oh my gosh. Some people can put on a really damn good show, can't they? Alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Happy Christmas Eve, everyone. I will probably be here tomorrow. That's what I'm planning, at least. And so I will see you all then. If you're around tomorrow, you all may be busy yourselves. And if not, then I'll see you the next time around. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, peaceful, thrilling, exciting, happy Christmas.